All right, guys, today we're going to catch up on current events. We're going to have our announcement. We're going to talk about some stuff we're doing at Comicpalooza, and spoiler alert, today is our official Avengers Infinity War spoiler show and review. It's long. Pop some popcorn, crack a beer. Here we go.
This podcast contains explicit language and is intended for adult audiences. The views and opinions of Gentlemen No Class are strictly for comedic purposes and should not be taken literally. For instance, like this disclaimer. Now grab yourself a pint and enjoy.
Welcome to another episode of Gentlemen No Class, a podcast that when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. I am Jake.
I'm Raph.
Paul. I'm Rob.
And like it or not, gentle ladies and gentlemen, we are the hosts. Just want to go about saying first that it is a sexy Friday. Sexy Friday. That's a double sexy because the Rockets are in the Western Conference Finals. There you go.
Crack a beer for the Rockets.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
No one cares, I know. Whatever.
No one cares.
Yeah, I mean, everybody watches football, dude. I mean, that's cool.
Hey, everybody.
This is the first podcast that we're actually going video with this shit.
It's a fucking lie. You guys just didn't know.
Yeah, so hopefully the video actually turns out. So we're talking about videoing this, and then everybody's going to be like, hey, how come there's no video of that podcast y'all talked about?
Nah, there'll be a still image of my face or...
No, but what I was trying to say earlier, well, you know, whatever. Yeah.
It'll be Ken Burns in and out.
That's a lazy fuck. Yeah, no, I'm fucking guilty of that. I've done that.
Or Paul's sexy, like, fucking wife beater shirt ass over there.
Yeah.
Why don't you get in the shot, asshole? But whatever.
You're the one that fucking placed it there.
Hey, this is a trial and error thing, so you know.
Yeah.
I think you just didn't want me in it.
But it's also 2 weeks away for Comicpalooza.
Yeah, we haven't had a podcast since we made that announcement. So in case anybody that doesn't follow us on Facebook, and you should. We will be recording.
No, they haven't.
We're taking this shit show on the road, and we're going to be recording this right from the floor of Comicpalooza. So,
whoa!
So if you want to follow us at Facebook, it's facebook.com/GNC podcast.
Yeah, and Instagram.
And that is if you want to. We're not forcing you.
No, we are forcing
you. We're forcing you guys.
Fuck that.
If you don't follow us...
We're not going to be desperate and say, please like us and all this
shit. No, we're
not
saying please. We're saying, hey, fuckers, follow us. That's what we're saying.
I mean, people,
Just
if you like this show,
please.
if you like the show, follow us on social media.
There you go.
You get
That's
a lot
easy.
more. You got a lot more.
That's simple.
A lot more media and a lot more things from us. We like to post stuff on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. Stuff you may or may not want to share with your children, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
We haven't been banned yet. And then, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on that's been coming. We've been kind of rolling. So we'll hopefully, like, if you follow us on one of the social media pages, we'll be able to give you the schedule of when we're podcasting. So if you are at Comicpalooza Memorial Day weekend, you can come by the podcast booth, come say hi, come check us out. We're going to have koozies. We got Gentlemen No Class koozies. We got Gentlemen No Class stickers. I've heard there's going to be some buttons.
I also heard there may legs too is going to be there.
I think there may or may not be a photo opportunity with somebody that is more attractive than all of us combined.
That's
handing
bullshit.
out some things
and more noticed than us. Sure.
Definitely more.
Well, I definitely add to the factor.
I don't. You are a very sexy man. I will give you that. But I feel like people will come to listen to you talk rather than to stare at your sexiness. So.
Right. Yeah. It's plus. I have a mouth. I can use it. Not fucking we bastards are thinking.
There's a lot of things.
You set
Can't
yourself
we
up
be
for that.
fucking adults? Fuck that.
Nah, you set yourself up for that. You should have not opened.
Man, grow your fucking hair out. Be a. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that.
Sexy. No, it's sexy, man. I definitely love the hair. So you see us, come by, say hi. We're gonna be there all weekend. It's gonna be fun. We're all excited about it.
Yeah, we're all pretty stoked. I mean, we're gonna be walking around, generally being really annoying at Comicpalooza. I feel.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have the cameras and some recorders. We're gonna be going around interviewing people, anybody that we fucking feel like
Yeah,
stopping
fucking
and talking
annoying.
to.
Annoying to the point I definitely would get fucking kicked out.
The
I
goal-
know.
If we get kicked out and we catch it on video, I mean, that's a win.
Yeah, fuck
That's
yeah.
definitely a win.
And I'll
We're
will
definitely
make sure to
making-
tell them, see you next year too.
Yeah, because we are definitely making that worthwhile.
Comicpalooza, it's one of those things that, Paul and I started going to this, how many years ago? It's
4 or 5 or something.
I think, probably 5, maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. It's a family friendly deal. We actually last year met friends with a guy named Milton.
Oh yeah.
And it was us three,
Wasn't
Raph, Paul,
Bradley.
and me. We went there and we were just smoking a cigarette outside, and this guy like, hey guys,
Smoking a fag, yeah.
you guys seem kind of cool. Do you mind if I just tag along with you guys? My buddy's bailed on me, and I'm by myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
come along, man. And we made a whole day adventure of it. And
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It felt like we all held hands
and,
too.
and
it
it's
was
funny
cool.
that we don't ever keep in
And
contact
that
with this
vibe
guy
was great.
until a couple of days ago. He
The
texted
ways-
us he's like, you guys ready?
Oh, that's what I meant to ask you.
Yes.
He started it. I thought it was you.
Well, I texted him about 6 months ago. Let him know. Get ready.
Okay, then you
6
fucking
months out.
and then you asked me because you're asking me. He's like, "Who's this 83?" He's like,
I got
"What
a
do you
new
mean?"
phone.
He's like, "You fucking started
no,
it."
but I got another phone. That's why it didn't sync up the phone number.
Oh, either
New
way,
phone,
like
who dis?
no, but either way, it's like the group text though. How'd you know it was? Okay, fuck it.
Well,
This
no,
is
because
just-
I asked you
just-
who's this 832 number, and he's like, "Oh, it's Milton."
But
I'm
you
like,
started that conversation. I got it from you.
No, he's the one that messaged us. Guys, it's like 1 year out, and I don't know what he said. But
Okay, well,
we're
either
gonna
way,
see him
you
again.
started it.
The guy's
Either way.
cool. And Milton, if you're listening, it's your job. Since we're name dropping you, to spread Gentleman No Class to your friends over there in the southeast side.
Goddamn
And tell
right.
them to bring milfs too.
Yeah. And so,
What?
speaking of milk.
Milfs.
Oh, MILFs. This is Comic Con.
I'm not gonna
bro.
do
You're not
anything.
gonna get it. Yeah, I mean, you might get some moms dropping their kids off over there.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, of course I know that, but I was just saying I didn't want to even. Whatever.
You lazy bastard. You want him to bring women to you?
I didn't say I didn't want them. I said I just want to look at them.
Who do you think you are, David Lee Roth?
Fuck no. That's why I just get to look at them.
Who's signing up for this?
I'm agreeing with you. He's
Rob
a
and I are
punk.
not signing up because obviously we're married men. But
Signing up for what?
the speed dating.
If there's a way we could record us, which I doubt,
Oh, you goddamn right
I'd
we
fucking
are.
do it.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we will,
I don't know.
We are
You
recording
probably
that
can't.
shit. No,
I don't
fuck
know.
that. We're doing
You
it.
remember cameras being in there?
Guerrilla
Raph?
style.
Oh, we could make it work.
We'll make it work.
There's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way. I do know on this nerd speed dating that they had at the tail end of the night, Raph went in and he was pulling some guys' numbers, man.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Assholes, man.
Granted, it
Oh,
was
man.
like the ratio
That's
was
funny.
like 20 guys to 1 female.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
But
And
I mean, it was still fun.
I would have gone in there and fucked everything up. Not because by my looks, I'm just saying I would have just trashed things, and just because I'm there.
Yeah.
And you're
It's like
closed
this
in.
podcast.
You're closed in.
You're the weakest link.
Yeah,
in this
inside that
podcast.
fucking room. I feel like I'd be trapped, and I don't know. Just
Nice.
Hey, I had to make it work. You said there was
You took one
20
for the
guys.
team.
There was 20 guys to 1 female.
A mouse to mouth, right?
know, right?
hey, man, yeah.
That 1 female is preoccupied. Hey,
I got
man.
time, baby.
Hey, man, you want to go grab a beer
Like how you
in my
touched.
hotel?
I like how
Hey,
you
I'm a
touched
dude,
yourself
man.
when you said that just right now.
But it was fun. The whole day
Just
was
happened to be
super
staring
fun,
at
so
you.
I'm
I,
looking forward to it.
I will admit that I am. This is my first Comicpalooza, first Comic Con. Never been.
Fucking guy over
Hit
here.
him.
in his-
Hit him.
Yeah,
Hit him.
please.
I-
There are
I've-
plenty of objects in there.
I've been invited.
I
I mean, y'all invite me the past few years, and I've never been available to
I don't
go,
remember
and-
that.
Well, Jake invited me. You know what? Go fuck yourself.
I'm being honest.
He probably invited me first. I couldn't go,
Yeah.
so then he invited
Like,
me.
I guess
Right.
I picked this guy named Paul. Like, fuck.
Fuck.
Damn, Jake.
The fuck? That was
At the
art. That's
bottom
our
of your
thing.
list. That's at the bottom of your list. Shit, friends. Damn, Raph.
Yeah.
Damn, my dog Bailey wasn't available.
So, a little order of business that we have to go. We have to get to real quick.
Yes, sir.
Fuck.
We do owe a shout out, unfortunately.
I was gonna say if it's money,
Unfortunately,
fuck them. I
Well,
ain't
see,
paying them shit.
No,
Is it confirmed? The 100th like.
Yeah, I confirmed it. I don't know. Yeah.
I think he unliked us and liked us. He cheated. He was.
No, because it doesn't move it in the same.
I thought he always
order.
followed us.
I don't think so.
I thought he did.
Probably, I'm sure he did. That bastard. Well,
Because he would always mention it every now and then. It's like, how the fuck does he know if he doesn't follow our shit?
I don't know. The name drop? Who was it?
I don't
Remember?
fucking know. I'm just probably just thinking about it too much. But either way, whatever.
We have to get a shout out to, I believe his name is Ray Valdez.
Fucking bastard.
He's living. he's currently staying with whatever.
He's currently watching the Rockets in the playoffs,
And
when
he's
his
fucking-
Dallas Mavericks are at
Right.
home
Yeah, he
couch
is
warming.
very.
Yeah, he's a Dallas fan. He loves
happy.
the Cowboys. Like, he bleeds blue. He loves the Dallas Stars.
fucking
He
sick.
loves the Texas Rangers. He
bleeds
loves Dallas
Yeah.
in general. Even though his
He fucking
phone number
Walker.
has a fucking Houston zip code. I mean,
Does
area
it
code.
just suck me and him then?
It
I
really
mean,
does.
Look, we all fall. I'm not gonna say
I mean,
that.
listen. In all fairness, he probably drinks
Buckley,
Bud
we
Light.
just because it's blue.
We just happen to that. Man
I love you, Ray,
happens-
but yeah.
That man or not man. Yeah, well, that man happens to fall. No, forget it. I'm not gonna say that. I keep saying it.
So moving on to current events. Anything
Disgusting.
happened recently besides Rockets going to the Western Conference Finals against the Warriors?
What else is going on?
Yes.
Yeah, current event. Since our last podcast, what's been
Okay,
going on?
well, fucking legs ain't getting any longer.
Yeah.
How old are
Why?
you? You're like
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
What-
You
what
wanted
do you fucking-
news? There you go.
That's not fucking news.
news.
Yeah.
It is now. It is.
Okay, we're talking about the news that's
Okay.
fit to print. All
That
right?
was just to buy me time to
We're,
think of
we're
something.
talking about news where
You could have
people
just shut
actually,
the fuck up while one of us said something and thought about it.
that was an option, but not to me. No. No.
Oh god.
So, I mean,
Something with Trump and Dump.
no, we don't have to talk about new. We can talk
Okay,
about
all right.
things.
I'm getting
Other-
closer though. I'm on
other things.
I'm on the right track.
Like they announced that Bill and Ted are getting
Oh,
a number
yes.
3
Yes.
It's not
officially
fucking news.
confirmed. Yes, it is.
Better
That is
news than your legs.
One trying to compete.
Is
Who
it
said this is a
bad?
competition?
Is it bad to admit I've never seen
Now
one?
it is.
You've never seen a Bill and Ted movie?
Me neither.
Let's hear it.
That's
Let's
why.
hear it.
No.
That's why I'm like, okay, go.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Raph, you never seen it. Shut your fucking
Oh,
mouth.
fuck yourself.
Fuck you. I know about Bill and Ted, about the fucking the ring fucking plane.
No, you're wrong. You're already wrong.
I was fucking right. I knew it.
How am I
I
wrong?
fucking knew it.
What?
I swear to fuck you do that one more time. No.
I think you're. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't remember a ring.
No.
That's
He was
definitely
playing
Lord
the
of the
fucking
Rings.
the what's it called?
The claw.
The claw game and trying to get a
That's
fucking
liar,
ring for his
liar.
girlfriend, right?
No.
Okay.
That's
No.
fucking liar,
I don't
liar,
think-
buddy.
Yeah, no.
Well, to move along.
I feel ashamed.
Yeah.
I feel ashamed.
Bill and
You should be
Ted.
ashamed of yourselves.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was what the fuck is the guy's? It's Keanu Reeves and
Yes.
something Winter. I forget what the guy's name
Rent
is.
winner.
The
Rent
phone
Wiener?
booth.
Right. Yes,
forget.
there you go.
Yes,
the phone
I
booth.
know what you're talking
the-
about. I
there
know
you go,
the
there you
movie.
Yeah.
But I could have swear there was a fucking what's it called?
George
Lying.
Carlin is in the
Fucking
first
lying.
one.
Yes, yeah, he was.
So anyway, that's
Disagreeing,
that's
just
that's.
agree.
I
big
believe
news.
Raph. Raph looks serious.
So
I'm
comic,
actually thinking about
I
this
comic,
now.
comic
I
book
certainly
news.
don't.
Marvel is rebooting Deadpool.
What?
They're,
Oh,
they're,
animated
they're,
series?
no, no,
Comics,
no.
okay.
Comics. They're rebooting. His,
Oh, yeah, the comics. Yeah, I
they're
heard
they're
about it, yeah.
they're doing a whole nother run of Deadpool.
And Venom's just dropped. Venom #1 just dropped recently too.
Uh-huh.
Which they're rebooting that for the
Yeah, the
sixth
Predator
time.
as well. Looks awful.
Yeah,
I'm
was-
serious. Did you hear about that?
I saw the trailer.
yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
That's why
They're
they put it
doing
on
a-
Gentlemen No
No,
doing
Guts.
a
it's a
Predator
fourth.
movie?
It's
It's called
supposed to be
The
the
Predator.
fourth installment, according to some. Well, it's kind of like that because like all the Predators are like that. It's never the original cast. It's always like the. It's about the Predators, so like they. I guess they just reference it in the other movies. Like you ever seen Predators, the third one,
No, I saw Predator. I saw
the second
Alien
one?
versus Predator. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. You never.
I didn't see
seen
Predators 2
two?
with the Danny Glover.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Predators came out like in 2010 or 11. Robert Rodriguez did it.
Yeah, wasn't there like
Adrian
Alien
Brody.
versus Predator Requiem? or
Yeah,
something
there was
that? I
like
didn't
2
see
or
that
3.
one
Those are
either.
terrible. Those are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those.
But The third one just references like stuff from the first one, so it's not like they just keep the theme going, like a different cast and like different setting.
Okay,
but it looks terrible though.
Well,
no more.
That's part 2, right?
No, that's the
that's
first
part
one.
right? Yeah. That was horrible.
It's just great, man. And he starts laughing like like real. I can't do it because I just don't want to blow anybody.
so in other news, unless you can catch
God
it
damn
early,
it.
I recommend you still go to Comicpalooza all weekend because Solo comes out that weekend.
yeah, I'm going to see it Thursday night, opening night.
Do.
So that's like 2 weeks. So that's gonna be exciting.
What was that?
Whoop the fucking do. Fucking
I guess
Mark Wahlberg.
Invite got lost in the mail, Rob. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You didn't
No,
get
I want to see that. I haven't.
As he
People are
stares at his
trashing that.
phone.
What,
do you-
Solo?
what do you
yeah,
think?
I haven't read any of the reviews or any of the online stuff. I have heard that I did hear that his acting was terrible and they had to bring acting coaches. I did read that early on, but I'm going into it with high hopes just because it's Star Wars and I'm going to give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Glover,
It's-
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's got fucking Donald Glover
Yeah.
as Lando. I
Yeah.
mean,
I want to
can't be
see
that
it.
bad.
I want to see it. It looks good.
yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna look. I think it looks okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
I think that's
who's
promise.
playing Solo? Solo again?
Alden Ehrenreich or something. He's an
Aldine Westfield. Got it. I remember. I got it.
I didn't know what's it
forgettable.
called. Look at the who's playing them. So
Other news: Avengers Infinity War.
I can't think of anything
fastest
else.
fastest film to $1 billion.
Yes.
11 days. 11 days.
What ever?
Yeah, ever.
I figured.
Opening weekend. It was right behind Star Wars Force Awakens, I believe, in opening weekend.
Yeah,
Right behind them.
Yeah.
Like literally
Damn.
like a few $1 million. It wasn't like insanely different. But
yeah.
just a few, just a few million.
Also,
that's impressive, man.
also announced they're doing
Another
a G.I. Joe spin-off movie focus on Snake Eyes.
That
Who
should
was
be
the
interesting.
I never really got into G.I. Joe.
Same here, me either.
The
I did hear
cartoon.
I did, but I just
Back in
wasn't
the day,
that
the
impressionable
cartoon,
to me. Yeah, the cartoon, of course.
Yeah,
that's
the
what-
cartoon was cool. I mean, I used to watch it. It was Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, that's
Yeah.
What, that's what I
Bitch,
used to
didn't
But
you
the
know
fucking
that
movie-
knowing is half the battle?
No, I actually didn't find out until I was like 17.
No
So
one did
fuck
that.
you.
Fucking
I'm alive. So
yeah.
fucking,
I don't know how.
But the fucking movies were terrible. I didn't like them. I tried watching them.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was
the first
too
one
hard
was,
to watch.
Yeah, the
JGL
first-
didn't do it for you?
No, man. Even him couldn't save it. Fuck. It was terrible.
He did his own voice on that movie. I mean, it wasn't fucking.
I don't even. Well, yeah, he did do his. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he
You're
did
right.
his
He
own
did.
voice. That was pretty impressive.
Didn't
I
The
like
Rock do one?
Yeah,
that was
like
the
part
second
2.
one.
That
Yeah.
bastard.
Yeah.
His hands in
Yeah,
everything,
fucking-
man.
He's in everything.
Yeah.
Rampage, fucking
And that
all-time favorite movie.
So as
time favorite.
San Andreas.
as bad as so
Nah,
as
not
bad
the
as that
original.
movie was, as bad as Rampage was, that is the best rated video game to a movie of
sucks.
all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
never.
impressive.
I didn't even
That's
know that was.
impressive. I mean,
I didn't know that was even a game till you told me when we saw
Get
that.
the
You never
fuck
played
outta here.
Rampage
No.
on the
No.
arcade?
You got World
No.
Tour?
No.
Oh yeah, man.
What do you want from me?
64.
Was there any naked-
That was
It's
64.
too
Yeah,
late,
it was
fellas. I can't go relive that. Enjoy the fucking reaction you guys are getting.
Well, have you
So
seen
excuse
the
me.
movie?
Rampage?
Yes.
Fuck no.
I wonder if there's any. I wonder if there's like any naked people because you remember in the game.
There's-
Oh yeah, the
Well,
girls.
if there ain't,
yeah,
of
they would
course,
rip
there
their
oughta
With
be.
their clothes off, or like
Yeah.
I think they will eat them, and then they're like, oh, this is bad. They throw them out.
Yeah.
That
And they're,
sounds
like,
kind of
running
familiar.
naked.
Maybe I have. I don't know. It just
I think if you played the game, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this." They would
Yeah.
climb the buildings.
Yeah,
and
you start
smash
off-
And
the
they would hump
buildings.
them.
All you have to
They won't
do-
be humping them, but they were like
See,
legs will
okay,
take them. It looked like a
that
humping
part, I
motion.
Your
definitely
mission
did-
is just to destroy buildings. That's it. Like you start off on the ground and then you start climbing.
Yeah. Did they have a second
Straight
one?
to banging.
Straight to banging. No more dinners. But they get.
No, there was like a
is there
Rampage and then like
SNES?
a Rampage World Tour or
World
something.
Tour,
That was
yeah,
64, right?
Yeah, yeah.
64
Oh,
was World
so was
War.
it-
Tour, yeah.
It was Super Nintendo
No,
originally.
Nintendo
No,
was.
60.
Oh, they
Yeah.
just jumped to 64.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, I don't. Man, I don't know. I don't. I still don't think I've played it.
It was fun.
It was arcade. I remember playing it at the
arcade-
skating rink.
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
arcade,
Bowling
so-
alley for me.
Fucking
It
smoking
was-
cigarettes and fucking.
Yeah, skating. What the
Playing
fuck is that
grab
about?
ass.
Skating rink and bowling alley, kid places, and you can smoke cigarettes there.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
when I was
What's
in
wrong with
college,
that?
I took bowling as an elective in college, as my sports elective,
You lazy
because I
bastard.
was
You took-
20. I was 21. I could drink and smoke in the bowling alley as an elective.
That's some good.
You just didn't want to
Right,
shower in
yeah.
front of people, did you?
Well, I mean, there was that too. It was college, bro. It was co-ed showers.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just kidding. There was no fucking co-ed shower.
You got me, man. I was jealous for a second. But before you said, no, just joking. Like I was already like, oh wait, there's no fucking way I would have done it anyway. So I was just fucking, am I kidding? No. Well, yeah, go on. Yeah. So
So anyway, yeah, that's all. That was all I got. But
Oh, okay.
thanks for throwing it back at me.
like, yeah, okay.
I would like another beer, please.
I'm not the
Jesus
guy
Christ,
to talk to.
I'll take one
Fucking
too.
camels.
If he's asking, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take one too.
You're looking at me.
So yeah, forgive us if we're late on this Avengers Infinity War review that we're about to
Yeah.
spew out. The reason why is because we wanted
Never.
you guys to watch the film and have that shit marinate a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to spoil it for you guys too much.
Yes, we do. We did want to spoil it, and there's a lot of people that still haven't seen it. And you know what? I really don't care because
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
People,
2 weeks,
it's
I think.
been
Yeah.
plenty of other fucking people doing the
I
dirty
went.
work for
I went
us.
and watched it again last weekend just so I could go and fucking
Oh.
savor it one more time.
There you go. Where'd
And-
you watch it at, if you don't mind me asking?
I took my wife and daughter and we went and saw us at Studio Movie Grill. So we went and had lunch. And
We had a
watched
better
movie.
second experience than I did. It's hard. We have a 2-year-old son. It's hard to take him to a movie theater. No one really wants to
Right,
watch
right.
him because it's a handful, right? But so we decided let's try the drive-in. Megan never
How'd
seen
that
it.
work out for you?
Really?
He was okay. I mean, he's a 2-year-old. He gets antsy, right? But
Yeah.
these assholes in front of us don't want to read the rules here and put their brake lights on, put their fucking headlights on, and it kind of diminishes the film. You can't see. It's night. It's
Yeah.
Fucking
and it's
moron.
like never again will I ever go to another drive-in.
Yeah, because people don't understand if you have your car running, like the lights stay on.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like fuck that.
You're supposed
Unless
to
I
turn
was
your car off.
18, right out of high school, it's cool because it's a double feature. I mean, they had movies playing up to like 2 a.m. And if I'm with my
Yeah.
chick at 18, and they're at the bed of a truck, it's gonna be fucking fun. But
Fucking make
I'm a
out point for you.
30-something-year-old family man, and just
Yeah,
wanted to watch a
that's-
film with my 2-year-old son and wife, but didn't fucking do that, kid.
I'm 33 and single. I don't even fucking do that. So don't worry about it, folks. Nothing to be proud of.
Oh man,
I'm
Please
proud
tell-
of you. I'm proud of you.
Have you
No,
ever
I
seen
don't-
Out of the Furnace?
Well, out of the
Hell yes.
frying
yeah,
pan.
The first was
did
great.
that
Yeah,
happen?
fucking give me the fucking hot dog. Remember that?
Have you seen it?
That's
Have you
the
seen it,
opening
Rob?
scene.
I
Have you
know,
seen
but
it, Rob?
we
No,
talked
I
about
know.
this in a podcast.
That's the opening
Oh,
scene.
man.
It was like one of the first times you were here, and I was like, "Give me the fucking hot dog."
fucking-
Because I
what's
was
his
like
name?
referencing
Woody
referencing
Harrelson.
like
Woody Harrelson. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson in
That's
the
right,
drive-through
'cause they're talking
and
about-
he's angry. Why did he get pissed off
I
again?
forget, man. It's
His
been a
Okay,
while.
girl
I
made
know I
fun of
did
him
that.
for something. His girl made fun of him for something, and she's over there eating a hot dog, and he's pissed. He's like looking at her, he's like, "Give me the fucking hot dog." She's like, "No, I'm about to eat it." He's like, "Give it to me."
no, but I remember why I brought it up because you brought up like I think Rob brought up the Planet of the Apes, and he was in
No,
there.
I did not bring.
Well, somebody,
I did.
somebody,
I did.
okay,
I did.
okay. Well, then whoever you did,
I'm not
I was
taking-
Like,
I'm
and
not taking credit for
immediately
that.
when I you said that, I was like, "Give me the fucking hot," because I just thought about fucking him but in
Harrelson
a
and,
different movie. So it's like it just doesn't really have anything to do with that fucking.
Thank you
movie.
for clearing that
But-
up, Paul, because I'm sure a lot of people are wanting to know what the fuck he said that for.
So there's a
You're making a
movie.
good
I don't know.
point.
I don't know why you
forgot.
just brought this. I don't know why this just popped into my head. There's this movie that I used to watch when I was a kid. My grandparents had it on like VHS or something like that. I don't know if you've ever. It's an old like late '80s, early '90s movie with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. It's called Nothing But Trouble. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, never seen it. No.
Oh my god! So it's like these. It's like it's got what's his name? The guy. Fuck! This is gonna be dead air because I'm
Dead
drawing
air.
a blank. So anyway, it's basically like Chevy Chase and his wife. Their car
Maybe
breaks
when-
down. And like they end up like in front of this like Dan Aykroyd's like this old decrepit judge or whatever, and like he like keeps them prisoner at
Man,
like
we
this house and shit, and like they have to like try to escape this house, but it's like a horror kind of comedy. It's who else is in this fucking movie? I'm looking at it right now. It's got Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, Demi Moore.
Oh, nice.
Candy.
It can be.
Yeah, it's got a 4.9 on IMDb, so you know it's excellent.
Comedies, I'll take a low rating on comedies.
So I mean, here's some of like the. I don't know. Like, there's a moat full of piss that they have to swim through. It's got fucking. What the fuck is that guy's name? The guy that did
that played fucking DJ from Street Fighter. Is that his name? DJ?
No, I mean
Really?
it's got
The black guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. If I see his face, I know
Hump
who he is.
from the '90s. Humpty Hump, the guy.
You
My
lost
name is
me at-
Humpty.
You lost me at
Pronounced
Hump.
Humpty.
Man, what's his name?
That guy. I think it's Humpty Hump. That's wasn't that the name of the band?
no.
Tupac Shakur is in this movie.
It's not Run DMC, is it?
No, it's Humpty Hump. I'm
Isn't
totally
it
sure that's his
fucking,
name.
It's not. His name's not Slick Rick, is it?
No, it's that guy.
Two Rick
That always
Dick,
had
yeah.
the fucking the guy
Yeah,
with the.
I know. It's,
That's Tupac next to him, by the way.
Okay.
Anyway, if anybody wants to go watch Nothing But Trouble, you should go watch it. It's ridiculously
Nothing But
stupid
Trouble.
and funny.
Raph, did you throw away that last pizza?
yeah.
Yeah, you told
you
him
did.
to throw it
right,
away.
no, right, exactly. You did a good thing. So make sure, because now I'm hungry.
Well, start digging.
Nah, I'm all right.
Start digging,
Start
man.
digging.
Boy.
Much work.
All right, so let's get down to brass tacks.
Brass tacks.
Why is it gonna be?
Okay, let's get down to fucking woodwind tax.
Thank
Bastard.
Win.
Thank you.
Let's get down to, the meat and potatoes of the episode.
good.
What the general audience has been waiting on is our Avengers Infinity
I highly
War
doubt that, but
review.
yeah,
I have had
so much.
that also, but I have had multiple
boy.
people ask me when we were doing our Avengers Infinity War review.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
multiple.
Yeah,
real
multiple.
people.
As in more than one.
So two.
Jesus,
I'm counting that as
Bingo.
I'm counting that as
certainly weren't coming from my end.
That's not multiple. That's a couple.
Touche, right?
That's where I came from.
And that's
That
Raph.
was a couple. This day and age, I don't know if I call that a couple. I call that a thing.
Where's that from?
No, just off the top of my head.
Cool, man. No,
That's
that's
a Jakeism.
cool.
Jake is.
Formal, but right.
In case anybody missed it, like Jake and I ended up going to see it one night because I have a group of friends that we usually go to opening night premieres and stuff, and one of our friends backed out. He's hung out here with us before. Brian, he's one of my good friends. He backed out to go see Jack Johnson because he's a faggot. So he decided he'd rather do that than go see Avengers. So
So I was
whatever.
a scab in this group.
Yeah,
I
so
was a
I called Jake and see if he was available. So so we went to this fan event, and I thought it was going to be something really fucking cool. It was a couple extra bucks. I mean,
It was cool to me, man.
it was a good time. It was a good time.
They
We
were
got
downplaying
Right?
some bonding time with Rob.
Damn.
But I'm gonna,
hey, look,
Are you talking about the event?
you want to talk about bonding? I mean, the hand job you gave me was great. That was bonding enough.
you think that popcorn
That can
bucket
be-
was moving on its own?
That could be the glue that solidifies our friendship together.
Lazy motherfucker.
It was sticky.
I don't mean to interrupt,
But we saw, together. Is that what you're gonna say?
no, I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay.
But that is true. Yeah, me and him went to go see it
We
together.
did it our
But
way.
I was watching what's it called? Was on TV. Where the Wild Things Are. And the first thing that popped, no, it was on TV. It was on TV. The first thing that popped in my head was
Breaking liquor to a children's movie.
maybe Rob was right. Those assholes, or they thought that we were gonna fuck around in the theater because that kind of makes a little. It's just like in my head. I was like, that kind of makes a little sense. I mean, I'm not that we did. I'm just saying,
Sure, whatever.
Somebody
Whatever
else-
you got to tell
somebody
yourself
else-
to make it through the day, bro.
somebody else could have probably thought that. I was like,
It's no longer a thought when the action's taking place, man. It's the real deal,
I'm not
baby.
worried about it, Raph.
I mean,
You should be either.
I
If
don't
anything,
lose-
you should be
I don't-
proud
I don't lose
that they
sleep
would think
over
of us
it.
that way.
I don't sleep. I don't lose sleep over it. But I was just thinking,
Is that
like,
Jabba?
So when
That's
did
what
you,
it looked
when,
like
when
on my
did you
side.
find Gent see the movie?
Yeah, 2 days. That's
the day
Saturday.
after. Yeah,
Yeah, we
Saturday.
saw Saturday, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw it on Saturday.
and we were very sober. Hand to God, or God to hand.
Yeah, look pretty sober, so I believe you guys.
I don't care either way. So. I try not to drink a ton before we go into those movies because I usually have to run out and pee, which I did. I had to pee.
I think I did twice.
No, honestly, God honest truth, I had a few beers before the movie, and
you didn't want to leave.
No, during that scene, right when Doctor Strange and Wong are trying to fight off the one guy. I don't even know his name. I know Rob's going to correct me here.
Ebony Maw.
The opening scene, pretty much. I needed a pee, man. I held it throughout the whole movie. That's that good of a movie.
That's when it hit me. At the same time as when it hit me, and it started getting a little slow when the Guardians showed up to nowhere. And,
I thought you were talking about his piss for a second.
I fucking...
Then it hit me. Shit.
We were just pissing in the popcorn bucket, bro.
It's your turn to hold the bucket. I did it for the last 45 fucking minutes.
If you don't want to hold the bucket, you're going to hold my dick.
When you go to I promise, when they go to Planet Titan, it's your turn. Fuck, man, it's at the end. What a rip-off, motherfucker.
All right, let's go back. It hit you.
Yeah, so it hit. I fucking ran out of the theater. It was one of those pisses where you're like, all right, I'm just going to piss real quick. I'm going to run back in. I swear to God, I stood in the urinal. I was like, Jesus Christ. Am I done pissing yet? No, like, hurry up. I'm like, God damn it, more?
Let's go.
No, it was going. I was just like, Jesus, be done already. Like, anyway, so I'm sure people want to hear about me having to piss at the movie.
Let's just change the subject.
Totally interesting.
Rob pissing at the theater.
This is going to be the topic of the podcast.
Nice.
No, go on.
Did your camera go to sleep?
I think it's recording. It's just
I'm pretty sure that lens isn't open.
Oh yeah, it probably died. It's okay. It's a trial and error, baby.
All right, cool. Whatever. So we got the table mount cameras going, so we're good. So
there you go.
We'll just. What do you guys think? What did you guys? I'll start with you, Paul. What did you think about the movie?
From the trailers, I expected more, so I was kind of a bit disappointed just because of that. It was still good, but
what did you feel it was lacking? Like, what did you?
I guess I don't know. Can't even really explain that because it's just overwhelmed by the action and just the feel of from the trailers, and then the overall vibe I got when I saw it. I just didn't really match it. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I would like to see it again. I wish I saw it again just to get a refresher because like it was just a lot to digest. It was like, how long was that movie?
God, I don't even.
It was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was just I wanted to see it again because I feel like I missed a lot and I pissed like 2-3 times too. And yeah, because it was just.
Bear me.
It's like you said in
Yeah, I'll take it.
when you guys first saw it, how the audience was at the end, it was just silent.
Yes,
I've been hearing that, and I've been reading comments of other people saying other theaters the same way.
Yeah,
people were like that.
That was so. Our fan event was at 6 p.m. and normally opening nights at 7.
Yeah,
so this one was a little earlier than normal. And I'm telling you, man, when the fucking credits rolled, it was like. It was dead fucking silent.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like somebody watching Empire Strikes Back for the first time. I hate to throw like a Star Wars reference, but I mean,
of course,
it was the bad guys. The bad guys win.
Be cool.
Yeah, Jinx, motherfucker.
At the end of the movie, the bad guy wins. I mean, the good guy. You're just like, you're like, where do they go from here? You know what I mean? It's like, it leaves you with this sense of like. Yeah. You want some kind of closure, but it gives you nothing.
Yeah, no. But the ending was so great, though.
Well,
I loved it.
I'm glad that they did that. You know what I mean? It's super risky. But
I loved it.
Well, it's still next year. The second part, of course, but leaving it for what it is. Yeah, that was great.
But we don't know. So they've already said if nobody follows news with the Avengers and Marvel as closely as I do, I'll fill you in. Huh? They've already said that Avengers 4 is not Infinity War Part 2. They've already said it is a standalone movie.
Oh,
and they have not officially. They have not announced any contract, any contract re-signings or any movies past Avengers 4. They haven't announced
Oh.
a single movie. So, like, even though they're like, oh, yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming 2, they're going to make one. Black Panther 2, they're going to make one.
Yeah.
They have not announced that. They have not said
Yeah.
anything. They have not said, yeah, we signed Tom Holland and Chadwick
Right.
Boseman to another movie. They have not said that. They have left it.
interesting.
They
I
have
didn't know
left
that.
it. Yeah, they have completely left that in the weeds because they don't want it to spoil what's going on. And the rumor mill has it that the characters that you see die, spoiler alert, at the end of Infinity War, like they're gone, and we need to just get over it. Like that's the news that I heard.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I
But
think-
that's I mean, in the comics, there's all kinds of reboots and stuff like that.
Damn,
so,
really? Damn, that's.
I think Disney has
No
too much
shit.
fucking power, man.
So
I don't want that shit.
I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna
Damn it.
while I'm on the train of thought, like a couple of things that like that we know about Avengers 4 already. It is most definitely a time travel movie. I mean, that has been news all over the place because there have been set photos leaked of current iterations of Iron Man and Captain America, or of Iron Man and Bruce Banner and a couple other people back interacting with Thor and Captain America at the Battle of New York from the original Avengers movie.
Nice, okay.
So we know that they end up back there. Oh, and Ant-Man ends up back there. So there are set photos from Avengers 4 of them, of Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth in their original Avengers gear interacting with like the Iron Man from Infinity War and Ant-Man during the Battle of New York. They're like refilming scenes of that. So there's some kind of time travel involved, however that happens. There's speculation about Ant-Man using the quantum realm and getting... So we'll find out more, I guess, once Ant-Man and the Wasp apparently happens right before Infinity War and it ends as Infinity War is beginning. And Captain Marvel is a period piece. It takes place in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard
I read-
90s, I've
yeah.
heard 80s. We'll see.
About that too.
But
Very sexy.
Wait, are you kidding me, man? This is kind of like...
I
If
think
they
that-
pull this off, man, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed, but a little bit happy. Well, mainly happy, but just a little bit pissed because God damn, that's good.
pretty,
Yeah.
it's pretty ambitious. It's good. It's good writing.
That'd be fucking
Because
badass.
That is
everybody
ballsy.
everybody expects all these characters to come back because they're like, why would you just throw away properties like that? But you know what? Disney acquired Marvel Studios.
Fucking throwaway.
Disney
Right?
acquired
You're
Marvel.
just tossing
Yeah.
them away now.
Yeah, I mean,
I own you,
Oh,
bitch.
we don't need you no
Be
more.
Like,
gone.
I don't need this no more.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. I mean,
Yeah.
they acquired those properties
Damn.
for $4 billion.
The Jacobs and Rafts of the world are pissed.
They have made-
I've been pissed back when Marvel was jerking in the face of DC.
Oh,
So
well,
Marvel,
yeah, go on. Sorry.
Marvel has
DC's
grossed
so behind.
in
dude.
the last 10 years. Marvel has grossed close to $15 billion
wow, that's insane.
worldwide.
God damn.
It's enjoyable
man.
though, man. I
It
love
is.
the movies.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Hey, I know,
Can't
I
knock
know,
'em,
right?
really.
We
I
can't,
can't knock
we
'em.
can't, we can't, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
They're
they did
doing something.
everything
They're doing it
perfect.
right. They're
And
doing
you know
it
what?
right.
Let's be real,
You know,
man.
it's their casting. Honestly,
Yeah.
like they cast the shit out of those movies. When they pick a character, they're man, like you question a little. Everybody questioned them casting Chris Evans as Captain America.
That was true. Yeah, that's true.
Because he was the Human Torch, and they were like,
Yeah.
Chris Evans. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody sells that character more than him.
Yeah.
Robert, I watched the original Iron Man again today just because it popped
great.
up. It's still such a great movie. I
Phenomenal,
mean,
man.
Robert Downey Jr. does such a good job in that
What's the
movie.
guy that played War Machine back in the day?
Terrence
Howard.
Terrence
He's
Howard.
like,
yeah.
mother, Don Cheadle, motherfucker, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I heard he was pissed off at Don Cheadle. He was like, man, it's like,
Man, motherfucker. Yeah, you heard him say it? You heard him say it?
I was in the
Let's be
room.
cool.
I was in
You
the
were-
room.
oh, you're in the fucking room.
I was in the room while
You're serving them, I got it.
Yeah. Terrence Howard was getting pissed. It's like, motherfucker, I was trying to get more money out of them.
Were they FaceTiming each other?
Well, they should have known. I mean, that was the first movie. Like, they were willing to recast at that point. I mean, that's the only character that they've recast, though. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, that's
I'm trying
was
to say,
War
yeah.
Machine. Don
Yeah.
Cheadle took
Yeah.
over in Iron Man 2 as
Has
War
not
Machine.
looked back, man. But
Yeah.
going back to Marvel, man, let's be real. When it comes to DC, like they set the bar extremely high when they fucking had Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the first one. I mean, but
You said DC?
No, I
Well,
said they set the Marvel.
Marvel,
bar
okay,
Marvel,
really high.
okay, it's for
like, let's
DC,
be
okay.
real.
No,
I mean,
they
okay,
didn't.
no, come,
They set the bar.
man. Honestly, like that movie was. dude, you're never like back then. We were like,
I'm not
man, you're
laughing
never
at you,
going to see a comic book character
I'm not laughing.
portray
Shut up.
that
I'm
agility and
taking a side.
everything that Peter Parker can do on the
Shit.
big screen until they fucking finally did it with Tobey Maguire. And I'm like, wow, that was the best fucking movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Up until
He didn't-
Iron Man
I
came
still-
out,
They
I think.
didn't. Oh, until Iron. Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm about to say because Tom Holland is a way
No,
better.
He's way better. But I'm talking about at the time. What was that?
Yeah,
2002 film.
2001.
2001 film. I mean, like that time, like fuck.
Yeah, no,
This
that's
is
give
the
Andrew
greatest
Garfield
film of
some
all time.
credit.
I
yeah,
think. You know,
they
comic
that
book
started the this
Insane
huge
craze
of
and-
now how it is now. It was almost 20 years ago.
And DC trying to catch up in 2005 with Batman
Yeah.
Begins, and
Yeah,
the only thing they got really
I think
was Dark Knight Rises.
X-Men came out in 2000. I
I'm
think.
comparing. I'm trying to give DC a little push here, man, because
Okay.
I'm a hardcore DC fan.
well,
Batman
the DC.
fan.
Okay,
Excuse
so
me?
DC's biggest problem is
Warner Brothers. That's all it is. Warner Brothers
WB.
is the fucking.
well, no.
Damn, Jacob knows his shit.
That's what it
No,
is.
no,
man.
no, no,
Warner Brothers.
Okay,
Sons of bitches.
let's think about the actual properties of that they own. So the DC properties, I mean, to really take them seriously, Batman is in and of itself a dark comic. I mean, it to do right, none of the Marvel comics are that serious. I mean,
But what would you rank Watchmen at?
see? Watchmen is
That's Dark Horse, isn't it? Or
No,
no?
why-
that's
that's a Marvel.
Oh, it is
No, it's
Marvel.
No, it's DC.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
DC.
DC.
Oh, okay.
And
But what would
Marvel's
you rank-
it's a dark movie.
But would
it's
you
a
rank
dark
it
comic.
as far as being a comic book movie? What would you rank?
I don't
that?
think of it as a
Excluding
comic book
the black
movie, to be
dick.
honest
I
with
mean the
you.
blue
Not.
dick.
It is. So
The black dick. What?
I mean the blue dick.
The blue dick. We're going back to the blue
no,
dick.
it's based off a graphic novel written by Alan Moore. It is
Right.
a hardcore comic book. I think that was the best DC movie they had.
So
Before the Dark Knight Rises.
Okay,
obviously.
so-
I mean, the Dark Knight. Excuse me, the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was
yeah, I was
obviously
about to
the
say,
best.
bite your fucking tongue.
Fucking Rises. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Out of my house.
Fuck you, Venom.
Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask.
Okay, well, I don't want to veer off. Fuck DC. We're still talking about
Yeah,
Avengers.
let's talk about
Okay,
Avengers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I can go on about Dr. Manhattan.
I know you
good.
Oh,
that
yeah.
big blue dick. I know you
Ooh, I mean, I want it like on my
In
body.
your face.
I want that.
I mean, oh my.
Yeah.
you know, like severed and put it back on. Yeah, go back, fucking Avengers. I'm
All
sorry.
right, so Avengers Infinity War. Jake, what's your take on it?
Honestly,
Or
man.
I'll come back to you, Raph. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to-
Go Raph,
Actually,
go,
I don't know.
Raph, go,
I
Raph,
never
go,
even
Raph, go.
finished mine.
I'm sorry.
We cut beef way off.
Well, we do that.
Yeah, that's kind of our
Polish
thing.
is there.
Fucking.
Well,
Sons
so
of-
what?
yeah.
Go on.
Well,
then.
I'm just saying. The trailers, like I said, it didn't really necessarily match how I felt when I saw those compared to actually seeing the film.
There was a lot of
And-
stuff in the trailers.
but, you know,
that didn't
also,
show up in the
too-
movie.
Was it the count supposed to be like what 73?
73 what?
Well, heroes or
This is
superheroes supposed to be in Infinity War.
no.
No, that was bullshit.
I don't. Yeah, that's a made up.
Okay, because like I was like
said-
I was counting, but I felt like
They said Avengers 4 is supposed to have upwards
Oh.
of 60 heroes.
okay,
in it.
maybe that's what they meant.
Wow.
Because I was kind of seeing that too. It's like I kind of see like this. I mean,
But not on screen at the same time.
right? Oh, poor babies. Yeah, fucking.
Because,
oh.
like I said,
Fucking
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a time travel movie, so they're not going to have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I thought
That's
it was
how
like
they're gonna get a
actors
lot
and
of
their
people.
egos. Like I'm not working with them. in the
No,
same
I don't
fucking
think,
screen.
dude. I really don't think that you
Yeah.
can fucking show that. Like, I don't think that'd be so hard to like
Yeah.
get
no.
all those acting.
Fucking
Like,
divas.
even like, no, not even that. Like, how do you organize 70
Yeah.
A-list actors' schedules to be able to
That's
film them
true.
all together at the same
Yeah.
time? And number two, how do you write a scene where it makes sense for all of them to be together at the same time? Fighting
Yeah.
one guy? That's
Yeah.
a little far-fetched.
Nah.
I liked
Marvel universe is far fetched, but yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
know what you mean. I'm just-
my buddy Jordan always said whenever I critique movies, my buddy Jordan's like, "Oh, that's what was unbelievable about that movie."
Yeah, I was going for that, but not like a dick with
No,
that
that's
type
what
of face.
that's what he says
too.
to me all the time. I'll be talking about a movie. I'll be like, I didn't really like how they didn't show like Black Panthers or that's what you did. That's what was unbelievable about that movie.
That's awesome.
How
that's
Black
what-
Panther didn't have his what?
I was just making.
I was just making sure. Okay, never mind. That was important.
No, it was not.
I'm very wrong at these things, but I'm very good at them too.
So I mean,
Fuck you,
apparently
oxymoron.
I've been called out before for my rating system. So Paul, what's your
Motherfucker.
What's your rating?
Hold
on,
on, I got
Avengers
something to
Infinity
deal
War?
with this piece of shit right now.
Look, y'all can handle y'all's
All
weird
right.
fucking.
Test me, motherfucker.
Y'all-
Test me.
Y'all can handle y'all's weird like homosexual like
It's
latent
not
tendencies or
tendencies.
whatever.
No, it's not
Oh,
that.
they're not tendencies. They're full blown like.
No.
Okay,
No.
whatever, dude. Y'all
It's
can do that on the
full-on
car on the way
fucking-
home. That's
No, go. Yeah, come on.
Not sexual.
Let me hear your rating.
false.
I don't know. See, I like to see it one more time, but right now,
Okay,
like,
that's
7
fine.
out of 10 for me. Fuck, it'll make it easier, guys.
What was it?
8 out of 10.
7 out of 10 because
Oh,
I start
7.
going into my fucking, my theories on how I get my rating system.
All right,
That's
Russell,
not
what do
gonna
you
let me
think
do it.
about the movie?
Oh, what I think?
Well, nobody else would.
Fuck Paul.
We've been over your rating system. It doesn't make any sense to anybody but
But
yourself.
it will.
Fucking child rating system, a hexagon, a fucking
It's a triangle,
pinto.
you piece of shit.
I don't fucking
Fucking
understand.
quadratic formula.
Did you say a pinto?
Yeah, I don't understand.
That's a
give it-
fucking.
I
I
give that
know.
2 lime green triangles and an orange circle.
You fuckers are adding colors. That's just ridiculous. I didn't say anything about colors.
Oh, that's what's unbelievable about that?
Yeah. There you go. There you fucking go.
Good guy.
So fuck him. What's your take?
Oh yeah, fuck Raph. No, my take is a square. No, Raph, no, go ahead. We're curious.
You curious? Okay. Shit, man. I fucking loved it, man. The opening scene was fucking badass. That as soon as it opened up with that, I was like, fucking A, man. Loki's there. Fucking the Hulk
Thor.
is on the ground.
Bitch ass Hulk.
Yeah, fucking.
No.
Thor's Thor's been knocked up too. I mean, they're fucking Thanos is there. I mean, just the opening scene was great, and of course the whole movie was great. But just the opening scene, I was like already like, oh fucking A, let's get this shit going. And yeah, man, all around it was a great movie. Shit, I was fucking drawn into it. Now, any criticism towards it? No, I generally liked it. Like, just the way everything flowed perfectly for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. And the only thing I didn't like was that the Hulk, fucking Hulk didn't come back.
Yeah, Hulk had a little erectile dysfunction going on.
Yeah,
but,
I was like, God damn it, come
Hulk
on,
bitched
man.
out.
Yeah, I was like, come on,
well,
God
look,
damn
he got
it,
his
man.
fucking ass handed to him. You know what I mean?
Man, where's the drive at though?
But
well,
yeah, I mean, it's
what
the Hulk,
drive?
man.
I mean,
It's the Hulk.
He
Come on, the
only
fate
reason he
of
liked
the
being the
universe.
Hulk is because he doesn't care. He's very
Nah,
selfish.
I guess you're right. You're right. Good
So-
point. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the only thing is like it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like I do enjoy it because it's like, damn, Hulk got knocked the fuck out so bad that he didn't want to Hulk out anymore. I was like, damn, son.
yeah, I mean that's the way I took it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there's a
was
lot
like-
of theories about what's going on. With
But
that,
I was like, at the same point, I was like, come on, man, Hulk out, come on. Let's
yeah,
see it.
I
Let's
wanted to see.
it. Let's see
I,
it.
I really wanted to see. Like there was a lot of scenes in the trailers that never happened. There's one scene in the trailers where like all the Avengers with the Hulk are like running out of the woods.
Oh yeah,
and
that's right.
That never happened because the Hulk never hulked back out. There was the other scene with like Thanos and Iron Man where he's like, joy is not something one considers when balancing the universe, but this does bring a smile to my face. And he lays that fucking haymaker on Iron Man. That never happened. I mean, he did kick Iron Man's ass, but there was a lot of stuff in the trailers, and I generally don't like that about movies when they do that. Like they show you things in the trailers that aren't actually in the movie, but I get why they do it. It makes them. I think it makes the movie better. Honestly, I mean, if you really think about it, I think it does.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see that. I can
yeah,
see that.
Yeah,
it's
because-
like ultra, whatever, rest development, but yeah.
yeah. Speaking of, Tobias was in the fucking Infinity War.
He was?
Yeah, in the collector scene, he's in one of the tanks.
Oh, I didn't fucking notice that.
There's a lot of Easter eggs,
I was
apparently.
gonna say that the poster. What's Hawkeye?
What
Yeah.
the fuck
I
was
mean,
he?
like, what was that about?
What do you mean?
You
talking
remember
about the
one you
post
posted? Yeah.
Because Jake had no idea that it was all Hawkeye. He just grabbed the fucking picture off the internet.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
you put that together.
No. He just searched Infinity War poster, and that's what came up. He
That
didn't
was the
even look
first
who was
response.
on it.
Oh.
It looked like everybody.
Okay. It looked like it fooled me. It looked like everybody to me too.
Yeah, no, it was this poster right here, but it was all Hawkeye.
Yeah. From a shallow glance,
very
it
no
fucking
class.
looks like it.
So,
Very
ultra
no
welcome,
class.
guys. Oh man.
Oh, man.
So Raph, what would you rate it, man?
What I rate it? Oh god, this is
Listen
getting.
to this fucking
Two
guy's
pink
full of
triangles.
Oh god, I mean, I don't know, dude.
shit. We're gonna use it. Use it fucking right, guys.
I'll have to
it's
give
not
it
a toy.
That's what she said.
9.5 out of
All right.
10, man.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
fair.
I mean, I don't know, man. The whole movie was so great, and that fucking ending. I'm just in love with that ending. Just
I like how they just ended, like no
just
music.
Thanos.
They just
yeah,
like, ended
exactly,
it and then faded in.
exactly, and just Thanos just sitting on the fucking, just sitting on that chair, just alone.
Cracking a
Yeah.
natty
Watching
light.
the sunrise.
Oh god, man,
Yeah.
dude, this is.
It definitely brought some different aspects.
It gave me the ultra fucking. I'm gonna say it right now. It gave me the ultra fucking 7 feeling I got when I first watched 7. Just that, like, holy shit, you're gonna end it like that?
Yeah, like,
you're gonna
no-
end it like
no
that?
resolution.
You're gonna
It's
end it
just
like
like,
that? No, like, I'm not like no
and then-
happy
and,
ending.
And
no,
now we gotta
yeah.
wait another year. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I love
yes,
that feeling.
yes.
But I didn't get that feeling when I watched this movie.
It wasn't like edging.
No, I mean, no, nowhere near. No, wasn't. I mean, it was too long.
Damn.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Jake.
Oh man.
Talking about time length, you fucks.
Yeah, so were we.
I felt that. You know what? That feeling you're talking about. Like there's certain other movies too. I understand that the ambiguous, like, and just no like resolution. Like you said, type ending. Just kind of just fucking like what the fuck just happened.
Oh.
I don't know that feeling. It does feel great, but I'm not knocking Avengers or anything. I don't know. It's like I said, overall, I just wasn't feeling it as much as like
I think
the
that-
audience and you guys describe it. I wish I could, but you know,
I think it's 10 years of build up to that. Like you have to really be. I don't think that you were into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Much.
I was
You know
gonna
what
say that you guys are more into it. Like I'm just I'm just
right.
there.
I mean, have you ever
fucking-
seen the movie Kids?
No.
You're talking about the one about what's it called?
Why would you know that quick?
God damn it! The one set in
Arnie.
New York.
Yeah, the HIV,
The AIDS, the kids that had AIDS, and the chicks following. Yeah.
So like the guy from the white skateboarder kid from Friday After Next.
Yes.
Roach.
He passed away.
Roach, yeah.
Did he
Rest in
really?
peace,
He killed himself a little bit after that movie. Friday After Next.
Friday
No,
After
next
Next, yeah.
Friday. Next Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
he-
next Friday. Yeah,
yeah.
so
He
next
committed
Friday.
suicide.
Yeah, so like he's in that movie Kids, and
Yeah.
at the end of it, he plays a character named Casper. You know,
Yeah,
you remember?
yeah, I remember,
So at the
yeah.
end of the movie, like,
what the fuck just happened?
yeah, that's how the
yeah.
movie ends. What the fuck? That's how I felt at the end of Avengers. I was like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean?
How are you gonna compare?
I'm just saying that's how I felt.
do you remember-
No, not the way I felt at the end of Kids. Like I felt like I was sitting in the theater going like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean? Like
With
what
your
just?
popcorn piss bucket, right?
Yeah, but Jacob
Okay.
was holding it, so I was cool.
Oh, that's right. It was his turn. Got it.
We weren't on time.
I got
Can't
two
forget
things
about
to
that.
touch. First of all, kids.
All right.
You remember what happened, right?
I remember what happened. I've seen the movie.
I never heard of it.
Okay, for y'all,
Never
for
seen
y'all
it.
that don't know, what's it called?
Yes.
Okay,
Spoiler
basically-
alert for a movie that was made in like 1991.
I know,
Go ahead.
right?
Damn.
Basically, this chick finds out she got AIDS. She's chasing her the guy who gave him AIDS. He's on a quest to go bang virgins. And
That's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
So like this guy has HIV and like his whole thing is like he loves banging virgins. That's all he'll do. These are all high school kids. That's all he does is bang virgins. So all
got
these
HIV?
virgins,
And
and
he
he's
has
got
HIV.
HIV, and he has no
HIV.
idea.
He doesn't
so
have it.
she the sidetrack
sucks. Gonna be
character
prideful
goes with her
about it.
friend to get tested because it's at the height. It's in the middle of the AIDS epidemic. You know?
Yeah.
So she goes and gets tested and finds out she's positive. She's like, "Well, I was a virgin except for
Yeah.
Telly.
Yeah.
That's the only guy I've ever." So like she's trying to find this guy to tell him, and Telly is friends with Casper, and like that's all Telly does is like super like awkwardly convinces these girls to have sex.
Yeah,
with her.
exactly.
And they're virgins. And so it ends at this party where all these people intersect. What?
No, he touched me.
So
I made it off.
anyway, so it's the end of the movie. Like she gets roofied, doesn't she?
No. Yeah, she's passed out.
She's
and fucking
passed out.
Casper
And
comes along, fucking creepily, like
Yeah, Casper's all like,
baby.
Sneak in
She's on the
and-
couch. She's on the couch, passed out.
he's all like drinking 40s that are like piss bottles. Speaking of piss popcorn buckets, like he drinks a fucking thing of piss and he's like, oh, like, and he finds her passed out on this couch and like all like creepy
Yeah, she's
asshole.
fucked
Like,
up. Yeah,
she's all fucked up. I'm pretty sure she got roofied, but
Yeah.
like he ends up banging her like, and she's like telling him no, and he's going, and like the end of the movie is like he's finished, and like he just like kind of sits down on the couch, and then like close up shots of him.
Yeah,
and he's
it's
just
like- yeah.
and then he goes, "What the fuck just happened?" And then the movie's over.
Yeah.
He says that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a what's it called? Like the move, like there's no one around. It's just like what do you call this? Like transaction when the movie, like it's just him talking to the audience.
A monologue, like breaking the fourth wall. To
Yeah,
the,
there you go. Yeah, he broke the fourth wall. He's talking to the audience.
Yeah.
And was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Didn't
It's like,
tell. I don't remember what happened to Telly. Didn't he get killed or something in that movie?
No. It ends with this. What's it called? The girl finally finds him, and she opens his door, and he's banging. He's banging
Her
away.
friend, he was banging her friend.
No. Was it her? No,
Yeah,
no, it
that
wasn't
she
her
went and
friend.
got drugged. That she went and had the AIDS test with.
No. It was just some other girl. It was
You
some
sure?
other. Yeah, it was just some other girl.
Okay.
He was like trying to woo her the whole time, and fucking yeah, he ends up banging her. So right when she opens the door,
Woo, just
he's
a
already banging away.
polite
So
word to
this
say
girl's already
rape.
got
Straight
what's
to
it
banging.
called?
Yeah, she's already got.
She's already got it. So yeah. But the second thing was I wanted to throw in what I did like about Avengers. I don't know. This is like a weird fucking. We're talking about
Dude,
kids,
this is
and then
this is
Avengers.
sidetrack. This is
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah, Avengers. What
Yeah.
I did like is the way they had the other heroes team up with each other. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't your typical like Captain America's teaming up with Iron Man and their group is gonna fucking fight Thanos and blah blah. No, they split up. I mean, it was like Guardians of the Galaxy, mixing up with all. It just goes to show you that these superheroes teamed up together and they work together.
Yeah.
To that bitch ass fucking what's his name? Star-Lord ruined it all.
Local
God.
man
Okay.
ruins everything, huh?
Fucking Florida
That's
man.
that's
what
one
a
thing I love.
jag-off.
I've been loving since the Avengers came out. Infinity War. The Simpsons shit posting has gone off the fucking rails with references for that fucking movie, and it's so fucking funny, man. There's so
Nice.
many.
Nice.
All right, well, yeah, I got my
fucking
rating.
retrofitting
Jacob.
shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Just a couple things that I should have probably either explained better or just not do in general. But I'm gonna let Rob explain those. He knows a lot more about this shit. However, when I saw like in the opening scene where Loki dies, which
Yes.
I mean, just
no, well, I was like, God damn it!
Pretty excited
That's
there,
one
huh,
for,
Raph?
That's one for one for Rob because he forecasted
He
who
called
it.
was gonna die.
I did call Loki dying.
Yeah.
But I was wrong on almost
A lot
every
of
other
shit.
front.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. I mean, the movie really surprised me. Like what they were willing to do. It kind of made me feel like the same way when I watched Rogue One. Again, a Star Wars reference. So, like at the end of Rogue One, I was like, man, they did this great job building up these characters. I was like, Disney's not. I was like, the way that this, like when I watched Rogue One, I was like, the way this movie has to end, none of these characters are in any other Star Wars movie. Like the way this movie has to end is all these characters have to die. But Disney's not going to just write off all these brand new characters. They can write other stories. They're going to have some. And no, they fucking killed them all.
they sent you a letter.
Like,
It's like,
that's-
in your face, bro.
Yeah, that's what the ending should have said.
It was like that.
the credits.
I forgot the
Right? So
characters,
it's like
but they were like at the end.
Thanos.
Like a special thing. So it was like, fuck you, Rob.
Special thanks. Take that, Rob style. Fuck you.
So that's why, like at the end of this movie, when all these characters die, like I had this flashback to
fucking
Rogue
hit
One,
you.
and I was like, maybe they did kill all these characters. I mean, fuck, they've already done it once. Like I was like, oh my, So I don't know.
You could probably explain that on your segment, but not on my segment.
Right? Jacob's.
I was going.
Hey, Coach Sandusky says
all
it's
these
my
flavors,
time.
and you got to be salty.
I gotta be salty, baby.
Like we're horsing
So
around.
I was saying, like, oh, right, Rob,
shower.
you got 1 for 1, but
Fuck you.
that's pretty much
Fucking
it. Like he called for Loki to die, and then he also called Vision to die, which obviously you did, and rip
Right.
that off your forehead,
But-
right?
And
More importantly-
I did call that Thanos at the end of the movie was going to snap his fingers.
You
I
did
call that.
So yeah, fair enough. However, what I did not like about this movie, for
Can we just
one-
go back to talking shit about Rob for a second? Go on. We'll get to that. We'll put that on pause.
We can do that another
Let's
episode.
save that. Yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Go on.
Fucking
Go
slip
on.
one or two here. Fucking.
I didn't like the fact that Hulk was a bitch. Like, I mean, you get your ass kicked, right? I get it, but I mean,
Get back up.
get back up, goddammit. But no, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, I get past that. There was just a couple things that I took from the film that I thought, okay, there has to be something going on. Spoiler alert, which I'm sure you probably got spoiled already, but there's that one scene when they're in the spaceship, or actually when they're trapped in the ship, and Doctor Strange says, if it comes down to it, the time gem is my baby. Peter Parker and you, Mr. Stark, you're dead. I don't care. If Thanos
It's fucking dead to me.
Fucking fine.
How
Fuck
ironic!
you, basically.
How ironic on Planet Titan that he was quick to give up the stone in exchange to save Tony Stark. So what was that about? Like, why are you contradicting yourself in the beginning of the movie in the spaceship? We're like, this is my baby, this is my stone. It's not. I'm gonna guard it with my life.
Yeah.
But no, Tony. There has to be something that he saw. I think maybe
There you go. Now you got it.
maybe when he was for like seeing the future and like there's only that one chance. Maybe
That's
Tony
why.
Stark is the key to save.
And that's
the
where I
universe.
think the whole time travel thing is going to come in Avengers 4. So he saw 14,605 possibilities of what was going to happen. They only win one.
Yeah.
So
many.
it doesn't show in the movie it happening.
Look at
but
Thanos wins.
I think that
all
what
by
we're going
being
to
his
see.
wife.
I think what we're going to see
Round
at some
one.
point in the next movie. I think what we're going to see at some point in the next movie is this: you're going to see all of his flashbacks as things progress through that fight. Him rewinding time and making sure that things progress in exactly the right order of events that needed to happen to make sure that one outcome came true.
Right.
Like if Peter Parker threw a punch the wrong way, like he rewinds it and does it again. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't show us in the movie, but I think that we may see a flashback of that, like in Avengers 4.
Goddamn,
because that's why he gave up the time stone. Because he even tells Tony, he's like, we're in the end game now. And then when he dies, he tells him, apparently there's an Amber Alert. Thanks
Fuck
for
you, Amber.
putting your phone on.
Hey, if you're really an actual human being, you would have turned yours off like mine and not give a fuck about
okay.
these.
Exactly. That's what I did.
okay,
That's
okay.
what
Human
Put
being.
mine on
So
silence.
I literally just stumbled.
Why is your shit? Did your shit go off though?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's really fucking off. Then
I literally
But
just
it's
stumbled on that observation.
You gotta
right?
manually turn it off, dipshit.
However, I just stumbled on that observation. Okay, maybe Tony Stark is a key element to this film, or to saving the universe, right?
I think that the end of I think that he's going to be the one.
Okay,
he's going to have to throw his life down to save them. Like that's
Right,
gonna be-
right. So I
it
mean,
has to
all
be
that
him.
shit that Doctor Strange saw was pretty much right when they landed on Titan, and he was having his fucking seizures and Tourette's, right? but what I'm trying to say, no.
How's he do it again? Sorry, Jacob.
I imagine that's how it
Do
went.
it. Just
I imagine that's like when he found like the perfect scenario. It was like,
That's what saved the universe.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that one right there.
That echoed through the galaxies.
God damn it.
No, but that has to explain why. That has to explain why, obviously, because Doctor Strange, he was a fucking surgeon. He's a smart man, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
so
That's
but-
I
true.
don't
That's
like
true.
his fucking hands, man. I
He
don't.
doesn't like him either. That's why he went to. Did you not see that movie?
Yeah, but it's gotta go.
Like my
man.
hands, my precious hands.
Yeah. You mean you can?
Yeah, I know, but come on, he got to
Yeah,
rag his
yeah.
my fucking hand. My precious hands. But what I'm trying to get at before I'm erupted again and again is that I fucking lost my train of thought, man. No, okay, so
You're welcome.
he must have saw something as well, because the obvious thing, man, us being the no-class gentlemen that we are, when Quill decides to all of a sudden love Gamora and to risk the universe, which is fucking crazy, right?
All of a sudden, the motherfucker's been hinting it throughout
Yeah,
every fucking
man, but
movie,
like
man.
not as strong
not like
as
that.
where...
He even called her a glorified booty call earlier in
Yeah.
the fucking film. I mean, they didn't really do a great job of building up this love story
Yeah.
between Gamora and Star-Lord.
Like last time you had a booty call, she was so respectful. She called your shoes busted. Your busted ass shoes. Is that love? I don't think that's love.
That's
Did you
not
still get a
love.
piece of ass off
You
of
got
that,
a piece of
though?
ass. That was a
Goddamn
booty
right
call.
I did.
Knuckles on that.
The booty call. But what I'm trying to say is that, during that time, he must
Hey, wait,
have saw
hold
the
on.
fact.
I worked for that.
You did work for
That was
that.
not a booty call. I worked for
Yeah,
that.
you did work for that. Yeah, you
He
kinda
did.
work. You did. But what I'm
Bunch
trying
of
to
Mark
say is
Wood's
that
trying to take him from take her away from
You ain't taking that glory from me.
Yeah.
No, but
Sorry,
seriously,
Jacob.
No, you're fine. No, that's good. I love it. I feel how Paul feels sometimes.
Fuck yeah.
But that
Mark Wood, sorry.
scene when they have him in a trance and they're controlling Thanos, and like us being the no class gentleman, we would just hack his fucking arm off. Let's get that gauntlet off. We're gonna hack his arm off while he's in a trance. Yeah, and then
Oh, so that's the
universe is
connection.
saying, boom.
Okay, no,
no, but
you're saying us.
us like
that
let's
and, like-
just accident.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay,
Or-
in that scene right there,
I think I know the other one you're gonna say, but
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he can go back in time and
Well, no, but I mean,
and slap the shit out of Quill.
Everybody's busy except Quill and Nebula. Nebula could easily have just cut his arm off. I mean,
And she is
she
vicious
was
that
standing
way.
there. She
She
has a
is vicious
sword.
that way. She is vicious that way.
she's
So,
vicious. No, but my other thing is that
Go on, let's hear it.
well, now you're making me mad about this movie.
No. The other thing is like when he's in
Yeah.
his trance and and
Fuck
Quill
you.
fucks it
you got a
up.
nervous laugh there. Sorry.
No, Quill fucks it up. Like, why can't Doctor Strange just go back? 15 minutes in the past, bitch slap a little Quill action, just check him a little bit. Like, hey. Just let me have your balls just for like 10 minutes. Just don't get your love into this.
Ventus, maybe, but yeah.
And-
Man.
and-
That's because it had to happen.
It had to happen, obviously, right? But I'm like, fuck, man. The movie could have been over in just 2.5 hours.
Well, I thought you were gonna say this one because you're talking about other possible, like, okay, well, they went this way. So I saw it on a freaking shit posting. It's like a I don't know. Fuck, I forgot how they do that. It's obviously Thanos in one. The other one, I forgot. It's saying basically instead of like killing all those people, why don't you just give us more resources and more like land or something?
Yeah, I saw that
Some
too.
shit like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
so
his face.
there's a lot of lot of
that's the one popular one I've heard. Yeah.
So in the comics, it made a lot more sense that Thanos grew up as kind of this whole like he was born on in the comics, Titan's actually like the moon of Saturn, Titan,
Right.
So he's born with a condition called deviant syndrome, which just gives him that like thick hide kind of, he's
Nutsack of a chin.
yeah, exactly. He's an ugly. It was so bad that his mother attempted to commit suicide when she saw him for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. So
Oh shit.
I mean, that's
pretty bad.
kind of the fucking that's Super Bowl kickoff for Thanos right there. Going forward. But,
Yeah.
as he's
Nice comparison.
yeah,
Nice.
I mean,
Jesus.
it's
Let the games begin.
yeah, but I mean, he fights it for most of his life
Yeah.
until he finally he meets this girl, and like this girl, like he's developing feelings for her, and she kind of like edges him and pushes him over the edge, and then like he becomes he joins a space crew as a pirate, and then ends up like killing the captain and becoming captain, and then this whole time like he's becoming more and more vicious, and as he's killing and things like that. He realized like this girl that he's in love with that keeps they keep talking keeps convincing him to kill more and more. And then finally, at some point, like, he realizes that he's the only one that can see her, and she's the physical embodiment of death, and so he's in love with death, and that's his whole motivation.
That's
in
what
the
I read
comics,
earlier.
is he wants to impress her. So like his whole goal is to collect the Infinity Stones, or the Soul Gems is what they were called in the
a
comics.
lot about Thanos,
So
man.
he's doing all this trouble just to get fucking laid.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, and
damn it, man.
and so that's this whole big buildup, and it gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay,
so
go on.
like in the comics, he does this to impress Death, and he snaps his fingers and destroys half the life in the universe to impress Death, and she's not impressed, and she ends up betraying. And he realizes that all of that was for naught. Like, it's Death. You're not, like, it was all a setup. She was doing that to use him, and then he kind of like doesn't become a hero, but like isn't necessarily like that much of a villain at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's, in the comics, Nebula is the one who kind of like gets the gauntlet away from him, and she uses it to like kind of reverse the effects of the original snap. Spoiler alert. But I mean, this was the original run of Thanos. I mean, there's multiple people that have killed Thanos.
Yeah.
I mean, Drax has killed Thanos. Squirrel Girl has killed Thanos. I mean, it's
Thanos is a illegal card in the game versus system.
Nobody cares.
Graf knows about that.
What?
but
Goddamn right.
He's too strong, but
Oh,
whatever.
never
No, but
mind.
I was gonna say,
Broken.
man, you know a lot about Thanos. My question to you, Rob, before I
surprised
conclude
you
on
haven't,
my
yeah.
segment,
Yeah.
how the hell did Thanos, go through how did he go through puberty with all these vaginas on his chin? Like, what was he doing, baby?
Those aren't
Well,
vaginas, baby.
Those are
Why
vaginas.
do you think he's so
Those
pissed off all the time? I mean,
He has yet to get laid.
Hey, man.
Grows
I
another
mean
bad.
that's a big purple dick he's throwing around. You know what I mean?
No, but so
I love when Star-Lord calls him Grimace. Oh my god, that had me cracking up. There's a lot of good. Got a lot of good lines in there, like fucking. Who was it? Thor calls fucking Rocket Rabbit. The whole
Rabbit.
fucking.
Oh, yeah.
That was so
Fucking
rabbit.
rabbit.
That rabbit. Yeah.
So feeding off that Thanos is that I really like him as his villain role.
Motive. There's a subreddit called Thanos Did Nothing Wrong.
I'll take another
Nice.
picture.
I gotta find this fucking Reddit.
Yeah.
Well,
That
listen,
sounds great. I don't even want to read it. Actually, that's just
That's
a good
good
title.
enough.
Sorry, Jacob.
no, you're fine. You're good,
Thanos
you're
did
good.
nothing wrong.
I'm just here. That's all.
I'm just
Me too. Hey, Jacob. I know how it feels.
No, but Thanos. Okay, since we're still on him, is the fact that like I liked him as a villain, and he wasn't like a crazy villain, even though he was crazy to a certain extent. He was a man of his word. Okay,
He was motivated.
a villain of his word.
That is true.
When like for instance, when Doctor Strange told him to save Tony Stark, he could have very easily killed him, but no, he said, "Okay, you gave me the stone, you're saved." Just like
He was a man of purpose, not of word. He was a man of purpose.
Well, why?
Because he explains it earlier in the movie. He says,
Fucking disagree with both of you guys.
I don't give a shit what you do. He says it earlier in the movie. He's talking about on Titan when resources were running low. He wanted to,
right.
It would be random, equal to everybody. So he doesn't want to be judge, jury, and executioner. He just wants it to happen.
Then why would he save? For his purpose, I guess, to make the gauntlet. Peter Dinklage character, I forgot his name, but he killed off all the dwarves.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But he's like, you know what? If you make the gauntlet, I'm sparing your life. And he did make the gauntlet, and he spared his life. That bit him in the ass, kind of.
He dipped his hands in fucking molten metal.
But he didn't put his
Doesn't
hand
matter.
on
He's
his
still
hip,
alive.
though,
There's
either.
air in his lungs. He's alive. I mean,
that did bite him in the ass.
but it did kind of bite him in the ass a little bit. But I mean, so I can appreciate that from Thanos. He is a man of his word, and all he wants is to balance, baby, because he could have very easily killed the opposing threat. He could have killed everybody.
My word.
Yeah.
Joker, baby.
Oh god.
Word. But no, listen, he wants the balance. His mindset is in the right place to a certain extent because he wants the balance. Because with that snap of the fingers, he could have very easily killed Captain America, Iron Man, everybody that's posing a threat to him.
He could have. And with the snap of his fingers, like Paul said, he could have very easily just doubled the resources of the universe, and everything would have been fine.
But a very touching, before I conclude with my rating, the very extremely touching moment in that movie for me was the fact that Peter Parker, man, the way he was pleading for his life, like, no, don't let this happen, Tony, I'm sorry, and this and that, like,
that's
going to
weigh on Tony. That's going to weigh on
Tony. Yeah, for a little bit. In, boom, you're dust, baby, you're done. No venom for you, baby.
There's no way he needed it. Left and right. Damn, everybody going.
All dying,
I give it a 9.5, 10. It's a great movie. 10.
No, not 9.5.
9.5, because I did find the little things that could have been wrong with it, but I don't know exactly what they're trying to go with.
Yeah, I feel like if you rate it before you see like the conclusion,
exactly.
Of the storyline,
but it's definitely a 9.5. I think for sure that's a fair rating. What are you saying, Paul?
Oh no, just 9.5, and you're just doing this number. I was expecting you to do it again. Well, I want to do it together.
How about I rate it like a CGC comic book? They do like 9.5 and then no, maybe not, or mint or something like that. Or you put like a plus in front of a 9.5, like it's a little bit better than 9.5, but not a 9.6.
9.55.
You completely went over.
I'm doing the Donald Trumpism.
Okay, there we go.
That's my,
don't forget it.
All right, so
this is the
Rob
best.
Style.
This is the best movie. This is nobody has the best. Nobody has the best.
Nobody had the best movie. Not even that porn star paid $100,000 to.
I'm fucking sick of hearing about that bullshit. But fuck
porn stars, they're our friends. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, they are.
Oh shit. That wasn't for nothing.
They're adult film
I'm
actors
sorry.
and actresses.
You're right.
There's a
My
connection
mistake.
to that joke
So-
with somebody that knows somebody. Well, we're not gonna get into that right now.
We'll get into that later. I mean, so my review of the film, there was a couple of plot holes, and of course I read every fucking thing online, and I'm a huge comic book nerd. But
don't say nerd. That pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
I wear,
man.
I wear it as a badge.
No. Because I love comics as well. But people, I think, use the comic book nerd out of context. Like, oh, it's cool. Man, I'm a nerd now. Like, the fuck do you think I'm a nerd now? That pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Like,
all right, fair enough.
I get that. I like that. I like that.
I'm an enthusiast.
You're a comic book fan.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan.
Yeah,
we're all
I'm a
fucking
fan.
fans.
So
even you're a fan, Paul. I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
So I
consider
mean,
myself a degenerate, but yeah,
I consider you way worse than a degenerate.
not a nerd.
Proud
of that. Yeah,
I had a lot of high
numbers.
hopes for this movie. I mean, it was 10 years build up.
Yeah.
Just the scope of this project being as ambitious as it was. I mean, let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm not even into the movie yet.
cool, man. Now you fucking know how it feels like you're fucking medicine.
I got the controller. I'll just mute y'all and talk for another 20 minutes.
I'll listen, baby.
Give a shit.
I'm sorry.
I will, do something fucking productive in my life. Out
What,
there
go
while you
jerk
do your
off in the
bullshit.
car?
You're
You're going to be producing something eventually.
Okay, so
You got to ride home with that.
10-year build-up. I know you're anticipating this for 10 years,
I mean, I forgot that, like, the Nick Fury, like, I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative
Right.
was at the end of the original Iron Man. I thought that was late. Anyway, I didn't know that they didn't know 10 years ago that Iron Man was going to be as successful as it was. I mean, they hoped, obviously. And if they never made one Avengers film, I suppose that they only had to just make one Avengers film and it would have been fine. But the Avengers Infinity War had a ton of build-up. The hype around it was, I mean, it coming out of everybody was talking about it. Damn. It's made so much money. The comparison of the characters from the comic books and pulling them and how they decided to pull the Guardians in versus, and I think they did a great job of how they intertwined everybody. Like Paul was saying, like there was just just the different ways that they like stuck different characters with each other, like sticking Doctor Strange and Iron Man together.
Fucking say that.
Did you say that?
I said
my fault.
I'm not taking credit for it, you fucking asshole.
No,
So-
I thought you were like, yes, I did.
My bad.
you.
I'll shift it where it deserves to be.
God damn.
I think they did a great job. I am kind of bummed that they didn't. That's the cameras. The cameras are dying. So I am kind of bummed that they did not do. I'm kind of bummed that they did not do the whole. They had Benedict Cumberbatch and what do they call him online?
What?
Bumbleberg Crumble Snatch or whatever.
What? I don't know.
They always
I don't
fuck
know.
up his name. Anyway, they had Doctor Strange and Iron Man in the same scene, and everybody on Reddit was like, "I'm gonna be super pissed if I don't hear a no shit Sherlock," because they both have played Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, no
Holy
shit.
that is
Yeah.
true.
So everybody was like, "Oh, they need to have a no shit Sherlock line," but they didn't do that. But
Yeah.
whatever, it is what it is.
Where you
One
going?
of the, I mean, I love the movie. I mean, there are little things that I'm going to pick apart about it, but I feel like without seeing Avengers 4, we may not truly know the answer of why things didn't happen the way that they happened. Like, there was plenty of opportunity for Thanos to throw a punch and Doctor Strange open a portal and his hand go through that and like cut his arm off, and they have the Infinity Gauntlet, somewhere back on Earth, and Thanos is on Titan, and then they can sling ring back to Earth and have it. There was a couple of different opportunities where that could have happened. There's multiple things, like Paul said, like, why couldn't Thanos just snap his fingers and make more resources? I mean, that's
right.
That's a
I
great
fucking
point.
said that.
Well, somebody on Reddit said
Somebody else said it. So
Yeah.
therefore I said it.
you said it today.
Son of a bitch.
Here.
Fucking give me those eyes like you did earlier.
I think that the movie.
Condescending cocksucker.
I think that the movie had to make a lot of concessions, like not having Hulk in it. Hulk had a scene where he fights Thanos, and Thanos fucking beats his ass.
man.
Yeah.
But
That was that.
I think
Yeah.
that this movie needed Bruce Banner more than it needed. I think that this movie needed Bruce Banner more than it needed Hulk. I think the Avengers needed Bruce Banner more than it needed Hulk. So, I mean, that's a couple of things.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? There's
that.
that now I could see like, because when you think about it, every time Bruce Banner becomes the Hulk, they've got to explain how they get him out of Hulk mode. You know what I mean? And like, they really didn't have time to do that. You know what I mean?
Utilizing him properly, like for whatever the situation calls for.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I mean, I suppose they could have like made him transform, in the streets of New York. But I mean, how do you get him back? I mean, it's just storytelling.
See, that's the
you
thing
know what
too.
I mean?
That's the thing. Okay, I'm glad you brought that part up too, because you said New York. I was expecting, he's like, I'm pretty sure they just finished rebuilding what they fucked up in the first one.
Right.
So here we go. We're gonna fuck it all up again. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't in New York. It was parts of it was, but mainly it was. Where the fuck?
You know it's a studio, right?
Yes, asshole. But I'm just talking about the town.
Oh, okay.
Just joking
Yeah.
around like how much they fuck it up and like.
Oh
the-
yeah,
and
New
the
York. It's
universe.
always New York.
Yeah, New York's always it's popular, so let's fuck it up.
Well, yeah,
That's what that means.
Yeah, that's what that. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, I just thought that
All right,
it was
cool. We can fuck it up. Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great that like Heimdall had the foresight to send the Hulk to Earth. Whether that was on, I mean, I don't know. They didn't really give an explanation of why he thought that, but I'm glad that they did. I like the way the movie opens with. I mean, it's just nonstop action. I mean, it comes out. I mean, I called it Loki dying. I knew Heimdall was going to die. I was kind of under one of those. A lot of people thought that Heimdall had the Soul Stone. My biggest criticism of this movie is how dumb it was for where the Soul Stone was. Sorry.
Where was it at? Refresh my
you
memory.
remember?
It was on the
Fucking-
planet, and on that planet Vormir, and he had to sacrifice something.
It almost sounds like anybody can get a soul stone.
Exactly.
All they just like,
That was with the Red
"Woo!"
Skull?
It's like-
Yeah, I mean,
I love this
Oh.
person.
I love you, daughter.
I know,
You
right?
dumb baby. Fuck
yeah.
you, Quill.
I mean, I feel like it wasn't like
Yeah, it was.
like they didn't talk about it, and nobody. I mean, it's
That
like
was kind of a part where you should go take a piss right there.
I mean,
That's true.
I feel like it may have
What was
Yeah,
it?
you
more
judged it correctly.
significance.
What?
What was it
Intermission?
called? Intermission.
I feel like at some point that may
Yeah, you
come
say
back
it.
like and have a bigger part later on,
Right.
but I doubt it. But I like the fact. So I didn't like the fact of where the Soul Stone was, but I did like the fact that they didn't save it for last. Like I'm
Right.
glad that they didn't just go around and like have Thanos grab all the all the Infinity Stones that he already knew where they were, and then go get the Soul Stone last. No, like he did kind of like what you would think that he would do. He's like, look, I've already had a couple of these motherfuckers. Which also is another
Beers.
thing. It doesn't. Another thing that doesn't make sense. He gives Loki a fucking Infinity Stone to go to Earth, and like he fucks it up. Like, why wouldn't Thanos just go to Earth with
Do it
the
himself.
fucking mind gem
Yeah.
in that scepter and just fucking take the Tesseract?
Not the mind
And-
gem. Is it the mind gem?
That was in the scepter. Loki's
Oh,
scepter.
you're right. You're right.
Like he already had that.
Right.
He gave that to anyway. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother couple of plot holes. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a couple of things, but I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out as this phase 4 of Marvel wraps up and we start getting into like Marvel going forward, like how they're going to do that. I think they're going to acquire the Fox properties, which is going to be awesome, and they can kind of expand on all that kind
That'd
of
be
stuff.
nice. Yeah, yeah.
I think that the
wouldn't that
movie-
be like a good way to so that the X-Men can enter?
Yeah, that'd be a great. I mean, you know what? There's a comic line that I would love to see made, and it's Avengers 1 million years ago. And have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh man, it's 1 million years ago on Earth, and it's like the quote unquote Avengers are the original Black Panther, like the first Black Panther, the Wizard Agamotto,
I'm not talking. I'm not
the
requiring your
Phoenix.
eye contact.
Oh, nice.
Odin,
Really?
a version of the Hulk, and
Wow.
I forget who else.
That'd be
It's pretty cool. It's like primitive humans,
right.
but like all these gods like take
Man, if they can acquire the Fox rights, it's fucking to the moon, pops.
I
It's
thought
like
they do own
to
them.
the
That is
moon.
if they
not
care.
Yet. It's not official yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Not official. However, Rob,
Disregard.
the
as
last
usual.
scene when everybody vanished into dust. Did you not catch? And I don't know. I caught it, but I don't know if it's something I'm just trying to catch.
Yeah.
Captain America, when he realized they're dead, it feels like he came up with like oh shit, and then it cuts to another scene. I don't know if he caught that. Try to whenever you watch it again, just pay attention to Captain America's reaction. And I don't know, it might be something online, maybe just me, but it felt like that's what they're not dead. They're all dead, and he kind of like, and then it goes to another scene. I don't know if that's anything that you caught or
No, I didn't really catch that. I caught like just this like what I took away from. I know what you're talking about. I think that his reaction was more like a holy shit, for the first time I don't know what to do kind of thing.
possible. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he's, and then at the the
And
end of
his
the
fucking
movie,
beard. He's trying to be a hipster, but whatever.
Yeah.
and I don't know what significance it is that at the end of the movie, it's the only people that are left are the original Avengers.
Right.
So like,
Oh, there you go.
we'll look at this poster over here. It's the original Avengers. Okoye's left. Nebula's left. Rocket Raccoon is left. War Machine and the original Avengers. That's it.
Would you say pre-snap?
Wait a minute.
Pre-snap.
Gamora's dead. Like you don't think she'll come back?
I don't think Gamora's dead. Like dead. If anybody, Gamora was sacrificed for the Soul Stone. I think that anybody from her
No, she's
forward-
not dead. She's not dead.
She's so in the comics, the Soul Stone is actually almost like a living entity. It kind of in the comics it was living in Adam Warlock's forehead, but they already did that with the Vision, so I don't know how they anyway. But it thirsted for souls, and inside of the Soul Stone was kind of like this pocket universe that like all the souls that it had acquired kind of lived inside of the Soul
so
Stone.
supposedly they're all there, right?
Yeah,
They're all inside the
that's
stone.
kind of theory going forward. And then after in the comics, after Thanos is defeated, he kind of like comes to his senses and like, okay, like this was a kind of a fruitless effort. Lady Death is not something to pursue. kind of thing, and it's not something that is going to come to fruition of any kind. So at that point, they Adam Warlock steps in, and they're like, we need to protect these stones. We can't destroy them. We need to protect them from somebody else getting them. And that's when they form the Infinity Watch. And the Infinity Watch is, they split the stones up, and there's different people who aren't. I mean, Pip the Troll gets one, and then there's a couple other characters, and they end up. I mean, hell, they end up giving. I think they give Thanos the Mind Gem. Oh, I mean, he's part of the Infinity Watch. Yeah, I mean, they end up and then like there's a whole, and then of course down the line there's a whole nother like. There's a whole nother like Infinity thing, and like the Gauntlet gets reassembled, and then they form the Illuminati with Wolverine and Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Black Panther.
You hear that, Jay-Z? No, but is Adam Warlock would he be a pivotal character in the next movie, you think?
Probably in the Guardians movies.
In the Guardians movie. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. It's like James Gunn has said he's not going to be in Avengers 4, which doesn't make any sense because he was a very pivotal character in defeating Thanos in the comics. So like I really don't understand like where they're going to go with this. And then another thing, like James Gunn has said that like Gamora is going to be so it's very common knowledge that Chris Pratt is too busy. He's in very high demand, and he's almost too busy to be doing Star-Lord anymore. Yeah. It's
fucking pussy.
So,
banging Bryce Dallas Howard in Jurassic World.
Wait, he's not gonna do it anymore?
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, okay.
But he's. I think that they're gonna start trying to phase him out.
Or Dallas.
Damn. James Gunn has already talked about wanting to have Gamora take more of like the driver's seat in the next Guardians movie.
Yeah, I heard she's supposed to be very, very.
How would that happen if she's still dead?
There you go. Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think anybody pre-snap is dead. Heimdall, Loki, they're gone. Anybody on that? Anybody that was on that ship. Now Thor does say that Thanos only killed half of her people or half of his people. So I mean that could leave Korg, the rock guy. Hey man, we're gonna start a revolution. You gonna come? From Thor Ragnarok, and Valkyrie could still be alive. They don't say anything about that. Avengers 4, I feel like there's going to be a lot of retribution and vengeance going on. There's going to be a lot of... I think Hawkeye's family dies in the snap, or at least most of them do.
Damn.
And I think he's going to go. I think he's going to come back in a bad way. Like he's going to come back with a vengeance and want some vengeance.
Right here. Fucking the town, baby.
Right here.
I think there's going to be, Captain Marvel's going to come in. I think that the Skrulls may have a part to do with it, although I think that'd be a far stretch.
That's what the ending of the movie, the fucking like if you see the credits.
Yeah, that was a Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that was a Captain Marvel thing. Yeah, that was a Captain Marvel's page.
But see, I thought I have no basis of anything, but it's just like Adam Warlock. I just knew that motherfucker is powerful. The only reason is because during Versus System, when I was playing Versus System, that was fucking Thanos' like takedown card. Like when Thanos is played, which is an illegal card, from what I remember now. I don't know if it still is illegal, but when they played Thanos,
damn man,
Raph and I would play Versus.
Yeah, we played Versus.
Versus System
what kind of shitty shit were you guys doing? Illegal?
Illegal shutdown.
Versus System is a trading card game that has it's based around the Marvel universe pretty much, and you build teams and decks.
Now the thing is, it's not
like Magic the Gathering. Yeah, it's just for Marvel.
It's like Magic the Gathering. It's not
just Marvel. You're right. They got Predators.
They got they spliced in what's it called, Aliens and Predators. I forgot what else they spliced in nowadays. But yeah, it's just the
only reason I brought that up. We don't have to go too much into it. The only reason I brought that up because when we were playing and when Thanos was being played, I'm like, the only motherfucking card that could take him down was Adam Warlock.
He's fucking powerful,
and he is insanely powerful. So I'm like, damn, he has to play a role in this next movie.
You would think, but
I don't know.
Thank you for explaining bullshit people are not going to care about, Jacob.
I don't care, man.
Hey,
Daddy
did it to
likes.
me. I did it. You know,
Hey,
yeah.
we have to listen to you talk about black box and fucking network cables and bullshit all the
I don't
time.
fucking do that
And
shit.
escapades at Cinemark Theater
I
with you and
saved that.
Raph.
I saved that for fucking off air. You guys should be privileged. That, I do that for you guys.
Goddamn right.
So yeah, now
Goddamn
that we're
right.
quiet and everything, I just want
Goddamn.
I can't wait.
Vietnam.
So while Paul's
So-
talking, I'm going to go ahead and interject.
Mojo, the movie comes out, and it's paired with Ralph Lauren Jinko jeans to go with the movie. And then Mojo, the sequel, immediately will be out because they
I don't
exist.
even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mojo, the movie.
Shut the fuck up. You're just
I'm gonna
mumbling.
shop her around. My script to Hollywood. Fucking
So-
Mojo, the movie.
If you enjoy the podcast, check us out at I don't
Yeah,
mean
why do you fucking sign me off?
What is your
What the
rating?
fuck is going on, man?
What is your
You
rating? I'm
fucking
sorry,
harping on my
Rob.
fucking Mojo again, too.
Fuck your Mojo.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna get fucking the sequel on your bitch ass.
Oh God, I don't know that I have a rating for this because I mean,
Bullshit. You got a rating.
It met every single one of my expectations. Although I did pick out some plot holes in it, but I do that with every movie. I give it a solid. I mean, I don't want to say it was perfect because it wasn't, but I 9.8.
Over
9.8.
original Avengers.
Yeah, way over original. I enjoyed this way more than original Avengers. I liked the fact that you could build all these characters and not have to do any kind of origin story. You could watch this. I mean, and all the characters just flowed into everything so seamlessly. The Peter Dinklage cameo as Eitri the dwarf at fuck, I can't pronounce those
What
fucking
the fuck was that?
Navalier or whatever
Oh.
it is. That was a
Okay.
great scene.
Okay.
The dwarf that's a giant. You know what I mean?
looks-
That looks
yeah.
like a dwarf.
Still looks like a dwarf.
Yeah, still looks like a dwarf.
Yeah.
Still looks like a dwarf.
Yeah, you acknowledge that.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
mean,
deny that.
some
you're-
great scenes in that movie. I mean,
Fucking-
great dialogue in that movie. I didn't like how.
Do you one better? Why, Gamora?
Have you seen all the memes of like, why did the let's see if this blank piece of white screen can get upvotes or whatever, like on Reddit or whatever, and it's a picture of Drax. It's like, who's gonna upvote this plain white screen?
Oh yeah, can you see him?
Because he's like, because
"You can't
when I
see me."
say so still, you can't see.
Oh
me.
yeah, okay, yeah.
can see
How
you.
long you been there? An hour.
I'm just jerking it right here, guys.
Fucking great.
That's awesome.
Somebody did it.
This is not a dude. This is a man.
Oh yeah.
You're a dude.
So there was good.
Yeah, there was. I mean,
comedic
every
element.
every
Yeah.
character.
Those parts
none
I
of the
enjoyed, of
characters.
course.
None of the characters lost their, their zing. None of them had to like.
Zany.
I don't.
What
think
about Quill's impersonating
Thor?
Thor?
That was fucking great.
It's awesome.
He goes, I like how he's like, all right, I get the picture. I'm gonna get a Bowflex. I'm gonna commit.
Okay, come commit. I'm going to commit. Yeah.
Drax is all like, it was great. I don't think they compromised on anything. I think the best part of the movie was the Doctor Strange Iron Man, like the meeting of two
The
geniuses.
beginning? Yes, that was pretty good.
The one thing that I really wish would have happened a little bit better was I wish that Shuri from Black Panther, I wish that she would have got some more screen time and shown just how smart she really is. Because in the comics and stuff like that, she's way smarter than Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. Yeah. Like way smarter.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll give it a solid 9.8, 9.9. One of my favorite movies. It had a lot of hype leading up to it. Man, I really, really like that movie.
It's a high rating, man. But it's
Yeah.
one of those movies I think I can watch over and over and over and
Yeah.
over and over again. You know.
I mean, you know what? John
Was Falcon? Was the Falcon there?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember Falcon being there.
Yeah. Falcon was there.
Hey, hold
In
on.
Wakanda,
That's
or
right.
where-
I forgot
yeah,
something.
both of them.
I was going to mention something. I don't remember, but does Bucky die?
He's the first one that dissolves.
Yes.
damn it.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't remember that
Yeah.
part.
But you already knew.
No, I do remember now. Damn, that
War
made me
Machine's
sad.
looking for
I like
Falcon. He's walking like when all the characters are dissolving. He's like, Sam, where are you? And like you see him dissolve. You know, he's turned to ash, or whatever. So I mean, there's lots of Josh Brolin's character. I mean, Josh Brolin's job as Thanos. Jesus Christ,
that was great.
And he did a fantastic fucking job. One of my biggest beefs with this movie is the fact that they did not do. They decided to. We're not talking about Josh Brolin's wife beating, Paul. You're the one.
That's what you're disappointed in.
You're the one wearing the wife beater.
It's very blue.
You're the one wearing the Josh Brolin shirt.
It's navy blue. It's not fucking white.
It's purple. Might as well be purple.
Fuck
for Thanos.
that. It's not fucking
Thanos lover.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll take that.
Anyway, one of my bigger beefs was that the fact that they called like the Black Order, they referred to them as the Children of Thanos, which I think that the Black Order, like it's a way better name, and their names played into it. You know, Ebony Maw. They
deserve more respect.
Yeah, Proxima Midnight, Clavius Glaive, and then the other big guy was Cull Obsidian, but Cull Obsidian was not a character name. Like that was another word for Black Order. Like,
which was the one that looked like the White Walker? Or Tales from the Crypt. What's his name?
Oh, the fucker with the doing this number.
That guy. Yeah,
that's Ebony Maw.
The shusher.
Every one of their names has some kind
Sunny.
of tie-in with black. You know, like
Shusher.
Proxima Midnight, Clavius Glaive.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Cull Obsidian. Although the Cull Obsidian was like another name for the Black Order. There was another character that was, and I forget the name escapes me, but that all those names tie in, as you know, with the black theme. You know,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad you know about this shit, Rob.
So the mini X-Men are often.
So that's all the time we got.
From
But did anybody get
Mojo.
Did anybody get a Dragon
Even though
Ball
he keeps making
reference in this
them,
movie,
they
like a
eventually
Dragon Ball
turn on
Z
him.
reference? Like,
And so
I'm
my
collecting
idea
Dragon Balls, I'm collecting Infinity Stones, and then that one scene where
Kids
where
are
Thanos.
terrorizing him.
I'll wait till you're done, Paul.
I was already talking though.
Oh, you mean it? Well, thank you.
Motherfuckers,
But
man.
my content's related to what we're talking about. Like that one scene, which I think was one of the best fucking scenes, is
First
when
time.
Thanos
Fucking muted me.
is so angry
that was the first time I.
doesn't he pull the fucking moon?
Yeah, he crushes the moon.
That's fucking insane. Like he pulls the moon and to kill. To do that, you know, to fight Iron Man and everybody. Like, I think it's right when he gets out of this trance. And he just snaps. And he just pulls that. It was like fucking Goku doing the fucking spirit bomb, and you know
What the fuck is a Goku?
Oh, fuck you!
Not getting it.
No,
getting
no!
anything.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, Rob. Out of your own place.
Paul, throw your hands at him.
No, I don't know what you're talking about
You don't know
either.
what a Goku
Well, fuck
is.
you too, man.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
I'm just
that,
wanting
I
to
like that.
turn on
I didn't
each
know
other.
That's a good one.
kind of like the
Anyhow.
mini X-Men did to Mojo.
No, but what's it called? There's
Fucking assholes.
no, but yeah, no.
Under fucking rated villain.
That is
fucking
very
random.
interesting, Jake.
Sons of bitches.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we got tonight.
I think so too.
So next time you hear from us, we will be walking around Comicpalooza and harassing people.
Annoying too, yeah. But harassing.
Yeah, we are most
I like that word
definitely
better.
Yeah.
I want you
Harassing.
guys, if you're hearing this, just come up to us like, hey, motherfucker, where's my koozie? We'll give you a koozie.
No.
And you have to say it
maybe-
just like that.
I would
Okay,
love that.
or you can give it, just based on our personalities, you can change it up. You don't have to say that to everybody. You can just do it to Jacob only.
That's fine.
Come up with something,
Most definitely.
maybe different for each one of us. Like,
the more
like
original.
Raph,
Yeah.
like Raph.
The
Like,
more
I think you
original.
should just
Let's
walk
go.
up and slap the shit out of Paul and be like, "Where's my koozie, bitch?"
That's cool.
Yeah,
Take
I
care
do
of
that.
I like
Rob
that.
should be the pants. Raph, you should face forward.
I think if you walk up to Paul and be like, "Where's my koozie, bitch?"
There you go.
Face
I
forward.
won't-
Or, you know what? No. Since we haven't dropped it, go up to Paul and be like, that's Ultra Cliff. And then, where's my koozie?
There you go.
but that's all the time we have. It's awesome. Please check us out at Comicpalooza. We're going to have a grand old time over there.
Can't hype that enough. We're gonna be everywhere.
Hopefully we'll
You're
find out too when the fuck
goddamn
we're
right.
scheduled too. 'cause
Yeah.
we don't even
We'll
fucking
find a
know that.
schedule. We'll drop
Keep
the
checking
schedule.
back to social media, and
Yeah.
we'll post as soon as we have the schedule. We'll let you guys know
Oh,
so you can
fucking
come
A,
by
we
and say
will.
hi.
And on that note, I'm Jake.
I will promise to have clothes on too. Yeah.
I'm Raph.
Paul.
Rob.
Gentlemen O class. See ya.